everyone, welcome back to my channel. If this is your first time clicking on one of my videos, my name is Delaney and I also run the Instagram account Pink Gamer, so you can check that out as well as interact with everyone in the gaming community. So today I wanted to talk about games in my backlog that I really want to get to, but I'm occupied with other games. So yeah, I wanted to talk about some of my backlog games and I don't know, just read myself, because I have been so terrible with purchasing new games, even though I know I have games in games that I already have that I didn't play. I know everyone probably has this problem with, even though you have a game that you haven't played, you see a new shiny new game and you want to buy it, and that is the problem that I have. So I'm gonna just go through some games that's in my backlog that I really want to try to get to this year, because I was really excited when they released and then they just sat in my backlog and it makes me a little sad. The first game, or I'm gonna say games in my backlog, which I also mentioned on my Instagram, is Atelier Ryza 1 and 2, so I'm gonna put it as 1. This game looks like it's so fun. I've been wanting to get into more JRPGs, and one of the ones that popped up were the Atelier games, which I find interesting because there's not a lot of JRPGs that have female leads. So I thought the Atelier series is so interesting, mostly because it looks like it's like a kind of like a crafting, like magical world type series. So with the Ryza series, I figured it's the best one to start with, mostly because it's the most accessible, because most of the Atelier games are really expensive on the Switch. It's the newest entry in the Atelier series. Atelier Ryza is a game about an ordinary girl, her name is Ryza, and her friends go on an adventure to discover themselves. It looks like such a fun gameplay. You get to go into the forest to like fight monsters and then also get crafting materials, which I see that crafting is like a big part of the Atelier games. I did hear that this entry has a different mechanic when it comes to the battling system. But I hear that it's a little bit easier to get into because there's like a more of a timed mechanic when it comes to the other Atelier games. But yeah, I'm excited. Like, I really love the premise of this game and I love how it looks. So like, it is one of the games that I want to pick up this year to be able to play. And I also hear that there's probably going to be a third installment of Atelier Ryza, but I'm not sure when that release date would be. I hope that I can get to it this year. So the next game is Monster Hunter Rise. So I saw Monster Hunter Rise earlier last year. I've heard about the Monster Hunter franchise, but I've never gotten to play a game. But yeah, this Monster Hunter, it looks like, I don't play a lot of co-op games, but I do want to try to get more into them, and this one looks like it'd be so cool to be able to play online, considering like that you can like team up with others to be able to fight the monsters and to like gather monster parts, and you can also upgrade your gear, and I feel like I would be obsessed with like having the best gear. But yeah, this Monster Hunter game looks like a lot of fun, and there's like so much, it looks like there's so much to do, and I've been hearing about a lot of DLC content coming out for it. It is outside of the range of like games that I usually play, but I did find it on sale on Black Friday, so I picked it up because I had been thinking about it for a while. The next game that's in my backlog is Story of Seasons, Pioneers of Olive Town, which I think will be such a cool game. I haven't been playing a lot of farming games. The only one I've been playing so far has been Stardew Valley. But I know that Stardew Valley is inspired by the Story of Seasons games, and I never actually got to play. So this will be my first entry into the series, and I just think that I like how it looks. I would like how farming games are, like how Stardew Valley plays out, where you get to know all of the villagers and things like that. This looks like the same type of vibes, and I just like, since I've been playing Sakuna, I think I want to get more into farming games and just like to see how they are, because I was like exploring, I was like how there's like different characters you can interact with and different storylines. So yeah, I really want to get into the Pioneers of Olive Town. And I know a lot of people on Instagram have been talking about it and saying how much they love it, so it's definitely one of the games that I want to pick up soon. once I try to get through my 2 games this month. The next game, which actually is also a kind of like a farming sim as well, but I mostly want to pick it up in preparation for Rune Factory 5 to Rune Factory 4. I've seen Rune Factory 4. I know it's been on a 3DS and it got upgraded to the Switch, so I never got to play this game. I always hear such great things about it. Usually the story from Rune Factory games, a person loses their memories and they're in this town and just have to like regain their memories, but also farm in this land. You can like interact with the other characters to be able to talk with them and get more storyline. I hear that is super extensive when it comes to the dialogue. Like all the characters have something different to say every day that you're playing. There's also some battling where you get to battle monsters and things like that, but I think the farming is more in this one because it looks like in Rune Factory 5 there'll be a little bit more combat, exploring and fighting these creatures to explore different areas and things like that. So it seems like a lot of fun, and I really want to play it in preparation of Rune Factory 5 because that is one of the games that, if you didn't see my video, I'm anticipating for this year. So yeah, I want to get to this one probably by next month. I want to pick it up after I finish the Kuna. The last game in my backlog, even though there's like another mountain, don't look. But the last game in my backlog is Metroid Dread, and it's just crazy because I picked up Metroid Dread with full intentions of playing it, and I did start to play it, and I get a little anxious. I'll be honest, because the androids that chase you around are a little scary, especially since you don't have the weapons for it. But I do want to pick this back up. I know it's a platformer and I don't play a lot of those, but I really just love how it looks. And since I picked up the OLED, I'm actually glad that I waited because this came out with the same day it is the OLED, as with the intention of like playing it on there. So I'm happy that I waited to be able to play it on the OLED and also on my TV, because I feel like that will like make the experience a lot better. These are some of the games that are like my priority in my backlog that I want to pick up soon, like pick up within this year. So I can look back at this video and see if I actually did it. Hold myself accountable, I would say, for letting my backlog get out of control like this. What's some games in your backlog, you guys, that you guys want to pick up, or are you trying to get to this year? And yeah, what games are you playing right now? I love any recommendations, as you can see, because I love collecting games and adding them into my backlog. Thanks for watching, everyone, and I hope you guys are having a wonderful day, and bye.